Hello friends, in today's video we will be going over some frequently asked questions. I see these questions all over the place, but I decided to pick them from a popular Rush Royale Facebook group. I hope this will help a little bit so we don't see the same questions over and over everywhere. So this video will be about two main things. First, as already explained, answering a lot of questions, and second, we will be going over the two most recent news updates Rush Royale gave us. The first one being beginning of March, they announced things they are working on, and most recently they announced the Royal Trials were not going to happen this Saturday. So what do we think about it? Keep watching to find out. Before we get started, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel, give me a like, give me a comment. I would appreciate that very much and it would help me out very much. Thank you in advance. And now let's get started with one of the most commonly and most asked questions in this game. Can we play with friends? The answer is yes, you can play with friends right now. You just go to the co-op mode. You time it with your friends, so you both press the play button at the same time. If you guys are within trophy range, you have a good chance of matching up together. If it fails, just try again until it works, because normally it goes pretty smooth. Now, there are talks about a friend list being added to the game, but we will be talking about that more towards the end of the video. As you noticed by now, I blurred out the names of the people I took the questions or comments from, so I don't want to be calling anybody out or making fun of anybody, so I'm doing this with all the best intentions. And the next question or comment is bricking. What is bricking? Well, basically bricking is if early game you're starting out the game and you're getting all the bad luck, you're getting the bad RNG, you're getting the bad units. As you can see in the picture, the guy is stuck with all dryads. So yeah, that's bricking. That's what people refer to when they're talking about bricking. So dryad is a very common unit that is well known for bricking. Combined with a unit like Grindstone, for example, they are very prone to bricking. So try not to brick. The next question is about this picture. Like in co-op mode, you see this way too much. Why do people always disconnect or leave when you're about to start a co-op game? Well, it's basically because people are trying to play with friends. I know a lot of people think this is because you want to you're trying to do the quests and then leave, but that's not it. People want to play with friends, so they try and get matched up with their friend, they fail and they leave the game. Many people do this, so many people keep leaving the games. Now, I know a lot of people are asking for punishment for this, but you can't really punish the players for something that is a flaw in the game. Well, that's my opinion at least. So I think that's the reason why they're pushing really hard to get a friends list in the game so they can help this problem. But also more about that at the end of the video. This next question, also something you see all the time. A legendary pops up in the shop. Should I buy it? Well, it depends on what kind of legendary it is, and it depends on your personal situation. So in this case we see Meteor. If you don't have it, I would certainly buy it. Like cards like Harlequin, if you don't have it, buy it. Summoner, Inquisitor, you know, those cards, you really want them. So if you have it, buy them. But then there's also the question of money. Do you have enough gold to buy the card? So here is a little tip or a trick. Make sure you have always saved up 40,000 gold, because that's what it costs for a legendary in the shop. So anything you make above 40,000 gold you can spend to get more crit or whatever, but always have 40,000 gold in the bank for when that legendary comes. So, is Boreas bad? No, it's not all of a sudden a bad unit. If it wasn't for the Thunderer Ninja boost, it would still be a top DPS unit, but for now, I mean, nothing can touch Thunderer, so we'll have to see what the future brings, but don't put Boreas away too far, because I don't think he will be gone for long. Now, the next question, I see this a lot. How can I get better in co-op mode? There's also a difference. Will you be playing solo or will you be playing with a friend? This is stuff for a video all by itself, which you can find on my channel. So have a look at my channel. I will link a video in the comments and have a look. There's also a lot of other streamers, YouTubers out there with great content about this. So do some research to get better. So another question I see all the time, when will there be clans? They are coming, they confirmed it, but they also said it's a huge job and we don't know what they have planning. I understand this guy, why he's mistaking. You know, you see that little gray icon at the bottom right in your game. He thinks he needs to unlock it in some way. I understand the confusion, but it's just there in preparation for when clans will be released. It's a huge job, as they said. We don't know what's coming, but it's a part of every aspect in the game. So there's probably like stuff you can do to get points for your clan. I don't know what they're working on, but it will be good, I hope at least. So let's be patient and see what they will do with the clans. So this is the most asked question in this game. What do I need to do with this deck? How can I play this deck? Can you help me with this deck? Here are my units. Please make me a deck. You know, in some shape, way or form, this is the most asked question. Now, there's a couple of answers to this question. First of all, old school. I call this old school. Play the game, experiment and learn and just trial and error and see what happens. That's one answer. The other answer is don't be lazy. You know, don't just go to Discord or whatever and ask other people to do it for you. You can do some research. Try and do some research. So go onto YouTube, look at my channel. There is many different guides on there. Go on Discord. You will find other streamers or content creators that make a lot of stuff. And there's also a tier list that's being kept up to date, so you can go there to get some inspiration on what deck to use. So there's many things you can do, so do a little bit of research and you will get a long way. The next question is also one I see a lot lately, especially since Night Statue got buffed. Which one to use, Grindstone or Night Statue? Well, it's a very simple answer. Grindstone for most PvP situations and Night Statue for co-op situations. Grindstone will give more damage. Since PvP, the meta is based on dragging the game as long as possible. Grindstone will be your best bet with Thunderer or Inquisitor, for example. Now for co-op mode, attack speed is a lot more important. So therefore we use Night Statue in the co-op mode. But look at the video playing in the background. We can see we're using Banner. We're gonna end somewhere in the 80s, but we want the attack speed and it will give our Demon Hunters the chance to hit more. That's basically it. Okay. We're done with the questions, let's get into the Rush Royale news. So what did they do? They dropped a little bomb on Friday stating that the Royal Trials would be cancelled. So yeah, for now they're done. I'm not sure we're gonna see them again in how they were now. My personal opinion is I think they learned a lot from one side the player feedback and other side the statistics. And let's get into a few points. Like first, I think you know, if you already have a monthly season and a season pass, adding a weekly pass on top of that, it's too much for many players. It's just a game and it's a bit greedy, let's be honest. Then, on top of that, as players, we want loot, as much loot as we can, as quick as possible, but let's be honest, I think it was a little bit too much, so if it continued in this format, the game would become way unbalanced. So I do think it was a good idea to stop it. And I also think they probably found out a lot of things and the changes that were needed to make it a good event. It was going to be so much changes that it would be better to cancel it and bring it back completely revised and in another way or form. It's just my personal opinion, I have no idea about this, but that's what I think. So I'm just hoping they will bring back a great event or something new, that we have something to look forward to and we can play besides the PvP and the co-op mode we have now. So I'm looking forward to that. For our next piece of news, we have to go back to the beginning of this month. Royale introduced things they are working on and they're gonna bring in the future. I saw some people cover this, I heard some talks about this, but I still see a lot of people asking questions about things that are mentioned here. So I don't think everybody is aware of this, so I wanted to, you know, get into it a little bit more into detail and tell you guys what I think. The first point on the list is a big one, right off the bat, friends system. So what you're gonna do is make us able to invite friends to games so we can play co-op games with a friend, and we can also battle our friends, so we can do like test matches and stuff like that, so it will not affect our PvP rating. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this feature. I think it will benefit the game incredibly, and as an extra it will also fix the game mode, the co-op game mode where people are constantly leaving now. I think this will fix it, so really looking forward to this, and I really think they will introduce it really fast, so we can hope. Next is the clans feature. I'm not getting my hopes up for this one, that it's coming really soon. You never know, I think they've been working on it for quite some time, so they might surprise us, but I don't know. I'm not getting my hopes up because I think it's a really big job, and it's like, you know, it's connected with every part of the game, and if you want to do it properly, I think they're gonna have to redesign a big part of the game in the back end to work together with the clan feature. So I don't know how and when and what, but also looking forward to this, but I wouldn't expect anything too soon. For our next point, co-op mode. So as I already explained, you know, the inviting a friend will solve a lot of the levers. So if they already, you know, officially state this, that means their statistics are also confirming my hunch. So yeah, on top of that, they're also saying they will take additional measures to help in the future to prevent these kinds of situations from happening. So let's see what they'll do. That's probably some tech mumbo jumbo in the back end, so we'll see. But they listened, they see there is a problem, and they're doing something about it. I think that's the most important thing to remember here. Now the next one is, that's something I'm looking forward to, battle stats. In one of the nearest updates we plan to introduce additional info to the end of the battle screen. So when a game is over, they will be adding some extra stats about damage and who knows what. So that's really nice to see. You know what you have been doing, you know the damage you have been doing. You can maybe do some more planning in co-op battles to fine-tune your damage, and maybe even get enough information information from the damage so we can get some statistics going. I don't know, we'll have to see what they're gonna do, but I'm really looking forward to getting some more info, damage info and statistics. So really looking forward to this, and I hope it comes really soon. Okay, our 3 final points. We're nearing the end of the video. We're starting with avatars. So the game will be introducing a cosmetic kind of thing, avatars, frames. It's like a nice little addition. People like this kind of stuff. I certainly like it. It gives you like an extra incentive to play. They can bring a lot of cool things in the future, so props to them for doing this. Then the next point is transferring game progress between Android and iOS. So basically you can use your Facebook account between an Android device and an iOS device and play on whatever device you want. We see that in many games, so they will be bringing that here as well. Also good for them for doing that. And last but not least, units and balance changes. So they're gonna keep changing the balance to the game. They're gonna keep changing units to create a new meta maybe, or to try and balance the game more so more people can enjoy it. So that's also good, and props for them to keeping us updated and to sharing this info, and I hope to hear a lot more from them in the future. Okay, my friends, this was it. Well, almost. I'm gonna stop talking. You can enjoy the rest of the gameplay and see how far we get. I would like to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed these types of video. Please subscribe to my channel, that would help me out a lot. Leave a like, or if you have any more questions, don't be afraid to comment. Enjoy the rest of the gameplay, enjoy the music, and I will see you guys on the battlefield.